winked and closed the door, heading around the car and across the grass towards the gateway. The keys were still in the ignition, and Meikle studied them for a good 20 or 30 seconds before cursing under his breath, composing himself and opening the passenger side door. Rebus was the other side of the park's perimeter wall, the eastern suburbs of the city laid out below him. "It's a steep climb," he was saying, shading his eyes with his free hand. "But you were younger then. Or maybe you weren't on foot. Bound to be a mate's car you could borrow. All you had to tell them was you had something needed shifting." "This is about Dorothy," Meikle stated. "What else?" Rebus gave a thin smile. "Almost 2 weeks before she was reported missing." "It was 11 years ago, 2 weeks," Rebus repeated. "Your story was, you thought she'd gone to stay with her sister. Bit of a falling out between the two of you. Well, there was no way you could deny that. Neighbours couldn't help hearing the shouting matches, so you might as well turn it to your advantage." Only now did Rebus turn towards the man. 2 weeks. And even then it was her sister who had to contact us. Never a trace of Dorothy leaving the city. We asked at the train and bus stations. It was like you were a magician, and you'd put her in one of those boxes. Open it up, and she's not there. He paused and took half a step towards Meikle. "But she is there, Peter. She's somewhere in this city." He stamped his left foot against the ground. "Dead and buried. I was questioned at the time, remember? Chief suspect," Rebus added with a slow nod. "She could have gone out drinking. Met the wrong man. Hundreds of pubs we visited, Peter, showing her picture, asking the regulars. Tried thumbing a lift then. You can lose yourself in London. Where she had no friends. Never touching her bank account." Rebus was shaking his head now. "I didn't kill her." Rebus made show of wincing. "This is just the two of us, Peter. I'm not wearing a wire or anything. It's for my own peace of mind, that's all. Once you've told me you brought her up here and buried her, that'll be the end of it." "I thought you weren't working cold cases anymore." "Where did you hear that?" "Edinburgh's been shut down, transferred." "True enough. But not everyone would be as informed as you seem to be." Meikle gave a shrug. "Married the papers. Paying particular attention to police stories. I know there's a reorganisation." "Why so interested, though?" "You're forgetting that I've a history with you lot. Come to that, why aren't you retired? You must be in full pension by now." "I was retired. That's what the cold case unit was. A bunch of old hands still itching for answers. And you're right that our caseload has gone elsewhere." Rebus's face was by now only a couple of inches from Meikle's. "But I've not gone, Peter. I'm right here. And I was just getting started on reopening your case when it was taken away from me. Well, you know me. I like to finish what I start." "I've got nothing to say." "Sure about that?" "You're going to slam me into a wall, knock me out cold again. That's the way you and your lot always like to operate." But Rebus wasn't listening. His attention had shifted to the mobile phone gripped in Meikle's right hand. He snatched at it and saw that its recording function was on. With a grim smile, he tossed it into a thicket of gorse. Meikle gave a little yelp of complaint. "This is the way you wanted to go, Peter?" Rebus asked, stubbing the remains of his cigarette against the wall. "Always watching over your shoulder for someone like me? Waiting for the day a dog goes sniffing where it shouldn't and starts to dig? You've got nothing, and you are nothing," Meikle spat. "You couldn't be more wrong. See, I've got you." A finger was stabbed into Meikle's chest. "And as long as you're unfinished business, that makes me something you need to worry about."